in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers. The final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss, predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family, the Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds,
Steel had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steel.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain that. Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal. Every second he wastes up there is crucial time lost.
Uh-oh, face first!
Crashing to the mat. He sent back to the mat, and here we go. Bang! When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Right to the face.
My God.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Boom, what a punch. Sent into the corner. Wicked clothesline. George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Headbutt!
And he's basically defenseless right now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Oh, stop right to the hand. George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Big knee. Oh, no, he is in a bad way.
Well, he got busted wide open by that attack.
Oh, my gosh, what impact.
Oh, he flips that around.
That is a power-packed punch.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Maivia just smothering his opponent with offense.
And into the corner he goes.
Turns things around with a big boot. Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at pin.
Reversal leverage and into a pin.
Releasing the pin. He's adding insult to injury. Oh! Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaii. Peter Maivia has something brewing.
Ooh, man, backbreaker. And George is laid out.
Crank in the head. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Steele now just trying to survive.
Manages to reverse it. And what he's looking for here looks like a potential submission maneuver coming.
The arm getting just tortured by this hold.
And even if you escape, this damage will limit your effectiveness.
Able to punch his way out. Twisted. Ooh.
And George Steele has the High Chief in dire straits after that move. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Boom! Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Enough already.
Peter Maivia just rubbing it in now. Big forearm.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Mark, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Opponent here.
And I don't see Peter Maivia slowing down anytime soon. Ooh, Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here. A stump puller trapped in the clutches of this submission.
This is brutal. It's locked in full extension. The leg isn't meant. Able to free himself from the agonizing submission.
Two-handed choke slam.
That unraveled on George.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done. Maivia has Steele in his sights, looking to put the animal
Set up for a second time.
Oh, God, that hurt. Maivia can taste it now.
2. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Bonsai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria!
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And it's all come down. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Morella press slam. Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown? Ooh.
Scoop slam. She'll take things into the ring. Jax absolutely not backing down.
If she's not careful, that's it. She'll be counted out.
She's back in the ring.
Many
firing with a straight shot there. Answering back. Neither competitor is backing down. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up. Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Oh, man. WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
Both absolutely drained.
Fist after fist. Neither one relenting here.
I thought they were going to keep that up all night.
Like a brick wall running into you.
And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the irresistible force likes.
Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
Confident Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Grabbing their opponent, hooking them, a Beverly Buster!
Now down into the cover. Getting the shoulder up before two.
Staying in this one.
Nia Jax brushes that one off. In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second queen of the ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
Ouch.
From the electric chair position, dropping bombs, trying to escape, and they do.
And an answer from her.
Trading counters and reversals.
Lyra Valkyria powering up her opponent. Nightwing connects.
Jax looks absolutely out of it. She kicked out there, but I don't know how much more she can take.
Can't put this one away even after that big maneuver. Heading to the top turnbuckle now.
From the top. Oh, she missed. Ooh, what a forearm club. Big time powerbomb.
And it appears that the crown is now within reach for Jax.
Well, if you didn't see things going this way, you're a fool. Sent to the corner. Headbutt. Just a nasty headbutt. Golly, Nia is just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing Lyra, showing no mercy. I think it's a preview of what kind of queen Nia Jax would be.
The kind of queen that will happily send victims to the guillotine. Enzuigiri!
Oh, yeah, she is really getting fired up.
Boom! Read that one. Look at this. Placed in the tree of woe.
Stuck in the tree of woe. And
They are doing whatever they please.
just got her bell rung. She can take it.
Brought down with a snapmare.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted? Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all... Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Triple H, going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. It became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi!
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnakes music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job. Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. He gets sent straight down to the floor. And this one might be headed ringside. Power slam! And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
Well, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success.
This match has spilled out to our announcers area.
Let's hope they take it back in the ring soon. And the Russian leg sweep. He gets back into the ring.
A show of confidence from Rikishi.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation. Clothesline!
What impact!
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin really had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stop the tar out of somebody than that.
This situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
Being carried around now. reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Down in a hurry. Rikishi feeling the pride of his family with every... Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Albany wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And he slides him back to the mat.
What's going to happen here?
Backbreaker. Rikishi is down. It could be over. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
If that won't beat him, I'm not sure anything will.
Ah, what a smash!
That is just insulting. He is trying to get up, but it is not going well.
Oh, scattered that one. Just like that, sent out of the ring.
Things are heading ringside now.
Off the barricade. Oh, man, Rikishi is a man on a mission now.
And he has an answer for Rikishi.
Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat. He's able to slip away from that.
And now Austin ragdolled to the outside. He's headed out to the ringside area.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for.
Right to the gut.
Knee straight to the neck. Enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake throughout this match.
And I bet The Rock is smiling about it, too.
Oh, stop that nonsense, Corey. And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
And now thrown back into the ring. And he gets discarded out of the ring. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
I think it's time to clear out.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. Boom, what impact.
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation.
Big plans in mind from Austin.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Now attempts the cover.
Can he keep him down?
They kick out at only one.
That's smart. Taking the one to catch your breath.
Austin off the ropes.
Oh, right to the heart.
Austin decompression.
Dodges away. Scooped up. Here it comes. Rikishi. Driver. That's it. Austin is out.
2. Wow, just barely making it out.
Austin somehow kicked out. I cannot believe the beating he's been able to endure.
Big move, but it's still able to end this. Boom.
And Rikishi putting a little you-know-what on it right here.
Stone Cold reverses.
Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse. Oh, what a knee lift.
Somebody better check his nose. Uh-oh.
Oh, he saw it coming.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent. Rikishi driver.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
2. He stays alive. He stays alive.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone Cold.
Austin.
What a star by the rattlesnake.
Will Rikishi get back up?
The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelation. Oh, roll up here.
Rikishi with an easy kick out there.
Too early in the match to end it.
He dodges out of danger.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to. Taking a big risk here by bringing the table into the action.
Bang! Take a seat at the table.
Oh, man.
Eludes the attack.
Oh, hold on. Things turn around quickly.
And the fireman's carry.
A show of confidence from Rikishi.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it.
The Texas Rattlesnake rallying the people to his side.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishis are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stop the tall ass somebody than that.
Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Oh, the knee takes a big hit.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them. Oh.
To ringside.
Looks like he's got something in mind for ringside here. Austin
and do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Albany wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
And dropping bombs.
The face of Rikishi has seen better days, I'll tell you that.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring. Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective.
There has been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. Oh, he had that scouted.
He'll take things into the ring.
And Austin raising one up for the WWE Universe here. That's what they call it, a hot shot. Now bringing the fight back into the ring.
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count. Oof. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Across the top rope.
Clubbing forward.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys Austin's truck with a sledgehammer.
Well, hell hath no fury like a man who has his car tampered with. It's just extra motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, Cole, this has the possibility to completely unravel here. And Rikishi slows up. I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
Rikishi able. Spirit down. Here it comes.
Rikishi driver. And Austin is out.
back into the ring.
Lift off. Crash landing. Oh my God. Pin, shoulders down.
He gets the kick out after the one.
He's still got life in this matchup. Austin having flashback to Detroit. Rikishi's about to meet a stunner.
Oh, the reversal by Rikishi. Running FTO with the cover.
This might be it.
Fights out at 2.
Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going.
Uh-oh. Punch to the stomach and stopped in their tracks.
Set up a sweep.
Nicely done. And just in time, he gets out of there.
You want this fight on the outside.
Heading to the outside now.
Just cranking the head.
Oh, gets cracked by the overhand. And he heads back into the ring. Will he get on with it already? This is a fight.
I can already feel the sting of the kendo stick, and I do not care for it.
Boom! He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
Somebody please tell me what the goal is here with this. Got out of the way that time. Austin
picking up, got it, a stunner.
Austin got it. Austin got it.
Looking to go up high.
Oh, look at this. Measuring. He's about to unleash something from the top. Oh, man, he landed rough there. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi driver.
Rikishi got all of it.
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
And a kick out.
What a kick out by Austin. You can never count the rattlesnake out.
You got to imagine this match has a different complexion after what we just saw. Crank in the head. Oh, right into a counter.
And Rikishi, Austin with the stunner. Can Rikishi come back from that?
The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family cover here. A kick out after one. He's looking to get this match won in short order.
Placing him in the corner here. Fights back against Stone Cold. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have
Oh, look out!
Senton from the apron. Came down like a lead balloon.
Oh, just cranking the head.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Hockey, sports entertainment. Clearly, I'm not the only one who gets the two confused all the time.
And Stone Cold can't find a way off the blocks.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're forcing them
a chance to win it here. Stops the count before a 2.
Could be in search of a second win now.
And he's going to the top.
From the top.
Boom. Saw it coming.
watching.
Counter into the backbreaker.
And he goes crashing to the outside. He's making his way to ringside now.
Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank.
Crank in the head.
Nice job dodging contact there.
The reversal by Rikishi.
Oh my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
And Byron, I just cannot see it. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Nobody wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
Running bulldog. We might want to get mobile, boys.
Let's hope the visit to our desk is only temporary. No clue what he hopes to find down there.
Whoa, maybe slow down there, Wild Thing. Do you really need a bat right now?
Delivered into the barricade.
Ooh.
And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
He can be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover. Boom!
Chucked right out of the ring.
Sky high. Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat. And Rikishi evades that.
And there's Austin sent flying. Exiting the ring, taking the action outside. Oh, horrific crack in the back, just a ghastly shot. Just one right after the other, can't be stopped.
So many dangerous attacks, one after the other, making it difficult to regain any composure. There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this elbow crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Snake eye! That's it.
Oh, that just looks like it busted him open.
Elbow drop. Oh, he cuts it off.
Rikishi is all business now.
He's heading back to the ring.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but
And Rikishi's, I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the Rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. And these attacks are spelling nothing but trouble. Headbutt.
Was busted open there.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
Boom, running STO cleanses. Nicely done.
No, he gets the shoulder up.
There's some shock in the arena after that kick out.
Set up for the side Russian leg sweep. Classic Stone. He wants to end this for the win. Shoulders up before two.
Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet. Right in the breadbasket.
A narrow escape.
These two have clearly fired up going blood for blood.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Feels like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Who will break first? That is the question. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
Each exchange, nothing pretty about this. Just a good old Donnybrook here.
That changes things.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Driver.
Will that keep the Rattlesnake down?
There's two. Amazing.
Austin somehow kicked out. I cannot believe the beating he's been able to endure. Austin,
Rikishi is down. It could be over. It's a cover. Oh, he gets the shoulder up before three.
Unbelievable presence of mind.
I thought he was unconscious.
Austin has put away so many opponents like this before, but tonight is going to be a tougher battle for the Rattlesnake. He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
The steel chair. Looks like he's opted to go with the simple but effective statement here.
Rikishi finds his target with that one.
Each of these lethal maneuvers have got to be taking a toll.
Stone Cold with the Thesz press.
Thesz press. This could be for the win.
All the punishment he's taken, and yet he's still in the... Austin! Stop! Can Rikishi come back from that?
Going for the pin. The Rattlesnake fights again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Stone Cold made Rikishi pay the price for every day he had to rehab his injuries so he could make it back to WWE. Now you know, Rikishi.
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are
up high, senton from the apron.
All that size and momentum landing with a sickening thud.
From the apron.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Corey, Austin has been out of in-ring action for nearly a year. Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Austin had that one scouted.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Well, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people...
And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Nobody wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. Stone Cold too slow there. Driven into the barricade.
Gets put into the barricade.
Oh, man.
And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those for the...
And Rick, I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. Oh, getting smacked in the head with a chair.
Maneuvers out of the way.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi driver.
It put Austin down. Unbelievable.
Whip back into the ring. And into the cover. Breaks the count.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
That'll do some serious damage. Man, this could be it. Austin with the cover. And a strong kick out at one.
Not quite enough to put him away.
And Austin fends him off. Oh, Fez press and then...
Fez press.
Rikishi is down. It could be over. He breaks the ref's count after one.
Surprised to not even get a 2 count at this point.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Headed back into the ring. Oh, my God.
Driving those steps down as hard as possible.
And Rikishi enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake throughout this match.
And I bet The Rock is smiling about it, too.
Oh, stop that nonsense, Corey.
Oh, diamond-plated steel coming at you. Oh, dear, this doesn't look good. Alley-oop.
What a headbutt. Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Kicks out. He still has life.
Obviously still has some fight left.
You got to dodge just in time. Rikishi driver. Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
2 count. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this bout, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being, and he can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, and from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
Looking at the champion, I guarantee there is no doubt in their mind as to who is leaving this match with the title around their waist.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Down in a hurry.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage.
Drops the hammer. Cover. We're going to shut this down.
The challenger wriggles out in one.
He's far from finished.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
And that's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks
soaring. Oh my, apron senton. Shows you how committed this competitor is to winning the title.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
No, nothing fancy here.
Instant victory.
Backed up.
The challenger is going for it. And he doesn't let the pin last long at all.
A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but this is still anybody's fight.
Hey, let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind.
From the top.
Timed his defense perfectly. Look at this heel hook. This is how you punish your opponent, and he's enjoying every minute of it. Oh, right into our announce table.
Saxton, you stay here and hold down the fort. Cena letting his opponent know who's in charge here.
And don't expect much of a wrestler.
Slugging it out, toe-to-toe now.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Ooh.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Ooh.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a hockey fight.
Looking absolutely rocked.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Big forearm.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a...
Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
And the pin, title on the line.
Oh, the champion doing everything to retain here.
For the title, new champ. The champion into the pin. Only a one count before the kick out.
Not getting to two at this point has got to say something.
And that cuts Cena right off. Big back body drop. There goes Cena into a rough landing. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now. Down in a hurry. A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout. Momentum fully shifted to Umaga.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
Down in a hurry.
And his body seems to be the preferred target.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great... Wait!
A defiant kick out after one. I don't know what more this superstar could do to put him away.
Cena telegraphed that.
Clothesline. So effective. Claw to the face. Ripping at the eyes. Cena is unable to stop this string of offense.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Being placed in the corner here.
The whole ring in between them and a collision in the corner.
And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back.
And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just...
Cena hoisting them up from behind into position. Attitude adjustment.
This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
Very few superstars possess the fortitude to do what we just witnessed.
Very few? How about almost none? This match just went to the next level.
And Cena is no stranger to big match moments, but he clearly thought that would be all she wrote.
Cena making clear he has his number.
No idea where this one's heading.
Looks like he's saying someone is not on his level.
And now heading back inside the ring. Spinning heel kick.
Oof, man, what a hit. Able to slip away. We're seeing what they call Big Match John.
Yeah, the greatest of all time. John Cena, the 16-time world champion.
Man.
Shoulders down to retain. And the champ can't keep the shoulders down.
Unbelievable display of will in the late...
Maybe not, maybe not.
Definitely an unorthodox strategy. He must have something else planned.
Vicious right forearm.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
Ooh.
Pulled in for
belly to belly.
And he is directed into the corner.
And what we've got here isn't necessarily legal, but it's incredibly effective.
And clearly stooping low with that attack. And the hip attack finds the mark. Up on the shoulders.
Down in a hurry. Oh!
approach connects.
And has Cena truly hurt Umaga? Has he slowed the Samoan Bulldozer down?
Two powerhouses, a championship on the line. We knew this would be a battle.
From the top, the leader of the C Nation. Umaga! Watch the power of Umaga.
This has to be it.
He's changing his mind, going for something different now.
Umaga messing with him, clearly trying to force an error.
Up on their shoulders. Down in a hurry. Pulled in for a belly to belly.
This'll do it. Umaga.
Oh, Samoan spike.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Looking for the pin. New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan Bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's...
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-Minute Warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. Two bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-Minute Warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-Minute Warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-Minute Warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-Minute Warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-Minute Warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-Minute Warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal, 3-Minute Warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-Minute Warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These 2 hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-Minute Warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-Minute Warning.
We got 3-minute warning, and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Oh, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Many would call the AOP and 3-minute warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true they're well matched, but AOP tends to be the more methodical and calculating of the two teams. If AOP can get control of the pace and smother 3-minute warning's chaotic in-ring style, they'll be in a position. Shoulders down, this could be it.
Akam quickly getting the shoulder up.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Completely steamrolled.
Winning heel kick.
That was like getting hit by a freight train with turbo boosters on the way.
Perched up top.
Clothesline. Diving knee drop. Oof. Oh, just nailing the double axe handle.
Jamal is in the zone and letting the opposition know it. Thunderous power slam. Oh, God.
Look at this. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a leg on the top. Good Lord, taking flight.
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks. Rosie out of harm's way.
Clearing off our desk. Look into the thought process here.
I don't think it's anything good.
I don't know if there's anything I can watch.
Ooh. Big elbow drop.
Looking for something, anything under the ring. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by a pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in.
Yeah, Extreme Rules matches eventually take their toll on everyone.
Earth-shaking power slam.
He's looking to take things to the outside now.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Watch for the hardcore style. 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
And they just tossed them aside. Ending up in harm's way yet again.
Anybody's going to throw in the towel, though.
Up across the shoulder.
Driver.
This could be it. This could be the end.
The cover.
Forces the shoulder up after 2.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
Heading to ringside now.
DDT.
Wow. Cover. Still only got 1.
Still not enough to put him away.
Sliding back into the ring. Not looking good. In this position. Down the floor. Razor going for the pin.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing.
This could be the end of the night for Rosie. He got the shoulder up in time. Wow. Spinning heel kick. Just burying their opponent with that trash can.
He looks defenseless as he struggles to get his bearings.
And he's got to be in absolute agony right now.
Taking on so much offense.
Pump handle locked in.
Death Valley driver.
AOP might have just passed their final testament.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
His body is dealing with a lot of stress here.
Yeah, but no one has ever won an Extreme Rules match by playing it safe.
This is a whole new level. He's thinking he can end it here.
Making the save, still alive here. Looks like he's coming back in.
Dominating shoulder tackle. Going for the run.
That's it. 3-minute warning. Done. That's impossible.
I can't believe what we just saw.
Man, might be time for a change of strategy. His best move didn't get the job done.
Sledgehammer right to the gut.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that.
Power slam. Good night. Great athleticism.
Heading back to the ring. Boom. He's headed out to the ringside area. Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Many would call the AOP and 3-minute warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true they're well matched, but AOP tends to be the more methodical and calculating of the two teams. If AOP can get control of the pace and smother 3-minute warning's chaotic in-ring style, they'll be in a position to win this.
Placing him in the corner. With the counter. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big.
Take it over.
Go for the win here.
Countered into a new cover.
Oh, turn the pin around.
He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one. What's he in for?
Off with a DDT.
Now shoulders down.
Here we go. It'll take more than that to hold him down.
Oh, already he's taken on some damage.
Boom. Bloodline.
Going for a power slam, turning it into a power slam.
Are you kidding me?
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings.
This match is just evolving right before our very eyes.
I really hope it doesn't get more hazardous than this.
Run out of ringside and back to the mat. He's climbing the turnbuckles to the...
From the top.
Diving headbutt. Feel like a bolt.
Here we have a pin attempt. And he Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Oh, what a jumping headbutt.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Look, the most intelligent competitor in a battle knows that there are many roads to victory, including the low road.
Driven down.
Scoop slam from behind. Inverted scoop slam.
Turns that in his favor.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
And he moves in for the cover. Kick out before the ref's count.
Maybe that was just to keep his opponent off balance.
He goes back into the ring here. And Rosie gets warded off. Picked up and being carried around now.
I felt the vibration. There's no way over here.
How much more can you take?
Yeah, he's on his back foot now.
Watch out!
Poorly timed, high-risk attempt. Enough already.
Rosie is really playing it up for the WWE Universe.
Oh, ouch! Whoa, stiff headbutt. And he just has to be in indescribable pain.
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point. Clobbered with a double axe handle.
Ooh! Oh, looking to cripple the leg.
Now Jamal's got one thing in mind.
Knee straight to the gut, stays off the attack.
Punishing power slam. Oh my goodness, what an impactful STO.
Off the leg.
There we go, he thinks this is it.
Shoulders down. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Kick out at one.
I'm absolutely stunned. A display of
Has their opponent down.
Camel clutch locked in, agonizing submission hold.
Is this one over? Is a tap out coming?
Might have to tap or you're risking permanent damage.
Tossing them aside. Uh-oh! Oh, here we go. Headbutt to the gut!
Right to the leg.
AOP grabs the victory.
Here are your winners, Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
Big win here for the authors of pain, putting to bed the question of who is the most brutal and... We got 3-minute warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another. AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents, but I'm not sure AOP's ready for the pure chaos that is 3-minute warning. That ability to be totally unpredictable could play in 3-minute warning's favor.
Interesting point, Corey. AOP likes to slowly grind their opponents into dust, but 3-minute warning are always looking for a quick, dominant win. Tossing them aside. Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
And that one's got some hang time.
Just got thrown around like a sack of you-know-what.
lost in the moment. He better snap out of it. Uh-oh. Retaliation from Rezar. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get incoming through the air and connects. I can't believe what we just saw. I can't believe that didn't miss.
He has to be in a world of hurt here.
You know exactly what you're getting into when you sign up for this kind of match.
Moves in the ring to the outside.
That was a powerbomb with one message in mind. Absolute destruction.
He almost got caught by that one. Any one of these attacks could cause irreparable damage, but I don't think you can come back from this many. Akam avoids the attack.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around it. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight. Finds the table, and guys, I do not see the table being long for this world.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
And stays one step ahead.
Gets lifted into position.
Oh, no. Powerbomb onto the apron.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash.
Looking to end this thing.
Taking flight.
Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing.
And writhing in pain, trying to find an escape. He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
He's just getting into dangerous waters here.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now. T-bone into a power slam. Impressive.
His opponent keeps piling it on him.
Are you surely from the heavens? Splash from the top.
Immediate cover after the impact. 2. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the Bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, are you nervous about this? She said, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history.
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you could feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There is a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella!
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
But it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Going to the highest point here.
Don't tell me. No.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Uh-oh, guys.
We should probably take a step back here. She throws her back in. Oh, Carmella might need to start leaning on her in-ring IQ after an attack like that.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
Down with force.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming-out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor. Looking to explore things ringside now. Getting the ladder into position here.
Picked the perfect spot, too.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
Charlotte with a limited window here.
Hands on the briefcase.
Soaring.
Mounting. And Charlotte has the
never had a chance to block any of those.
Your winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina. Carmella and Natalya, all with a chance to make history, all with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash in his own. Failed once, and the other failed cash-in was loaded to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase. It wasn't the height or distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed.
The Queen strikes with the big boot.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina to become the next women's champion.
Just grounded and pounded.
Big forearm.
A sit-out match slam. What impact. Oh, man.
That's how you dominate your opponent. There's a lot of hard ways to land, but that might be the hardest. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win?
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory. Clothesline!
And that's not going to make Tamina happy.
The Queen came into this match with the express purpose of putting a beating on the peasant, and that was a step closer to it.
Becky Lynch with a great shot. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Clearing off the announce table. This can't be good.
Nothing but bad intentions in mind, I'm sure.
Oh, come on. Just take it back in the ring. Pretty please.
Say a little louder, Saxton. I don't think it hurt you.
Working on the hook here.
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry.
Setting the ladder up in the corner, but it's anyone's guess what's coming next.
I got some ideas.
Head scissor. 3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar.
And Carmella with a takedown. And now here's Carmella. Carmella's eyes are growing wider now. Is this her chance to climb the ladder and become Ms. Money in the Bank?
Oh, look at the start of this. They could be going into the playbook for submission.
Submission maneuver is locked in, just sapping her out of energy. She needs to break free and get back in this fight. She's headed out of the ring.
Such a narrow window to escape, but she found it.
Says of the OEC dub as a kendo stick is introduced to the proceedings.
Money briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match. Back into the ring now.
Middle rope forearm on point. The boat, Natalya, doing what she does best. Sharpshooter applied.
And you still need to...
She releases the hold. No harm in changing things up if a submission isn't working the way you want it to. Center of the ring.
Perfect ladder positioning and placement here.
Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
She's in place. Can she end this here?
The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now.
They know this could be it.
A lot of damage taken on by Carmella. I'm not sure how this will pan out.
At this point in the match, there's no time to recover. The damage is done.
Sliding back in under the ropes here. She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step.
Heading up that ladder. Center of the ring. Trying to grab it.
Heart has to be pumping right now.
Needs to focus and pull it together.
Becky is reaching.
Can she...
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
Fired hard into the corner. It crashes to the mat. Launched right out of the ring. Now Becky Lynch catches the leg.
Oh, elbow to the knee.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution.
Becky Lynch.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
Oh, man.
Hands on, but can't quite grab it.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it. She's almost there.
Could it be Natalya's night here at Money in the Bank?
Have to move fast. Time is of the essence.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
It's going to take some time, but you got to just keep going. Able to make a timely escape.
And Becky's toughness certainly got tested by that hit.
Charlotte looking as brutal as ever on that exchange.
That move was a thank you shot to the so-called benevolent Queen.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
And a slap for the exclamation point.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
She's starting to feel the effects of that offense. And outside she goes. What's her plan here? Clothesline to the back of the neck. A contract that can change lives, hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Well, Carmella is certainly being tested now.
Yeah, Tamina displaying a higher level of aggression.
And she's fine taking this to the outside.
Charlotte just rubbing it in now.
And it has got to be demoralizing just being tossed outside the ring like that.
Oh, they can worry about their feelings later. Right now, they're making sure every bone's still in place.
He's got it in her hands.
Can she end it here?
Looks like scaling the ladder was the Carmella with a super kick. Carmella's eyes are growing wider now. Is this her chance to climb the ladder and become Ms. Money in the Bank?
Target is set on Natty. She's...
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Driving Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
And Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be... the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Tamina's absolute from way up.
Oh, back landing. That's not what she had planned. Haymaker connects. She reverses and creates an opportunity.
Reverse DDT.
Oh, candlestick wrapped around the head.
Ooh. From behind. Back suplex.
She's being derailed here.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending the ladder very challenging.
Into a double knee drop. Lynch with her opponent trapped in the corner and a springboard kick right to the heart.
Kick to the gut. Here's the setup. This is Natalya's wheelhouse.
The Hart family legacy lives on. Sharpshooter applied. And I think this has just turned into something that
She decides to just let go, but why let go of the submission?
not a strategy we often expect to see.
She's starting to wear down here.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it, and a series of vicious stomps. Watch out. There's a seat for your face.
Things have gotten worse for Becky Lynch. She could be out of this match.
Yeah, she is really looking out of sorts here.
And once again, she's put on the back foot.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging. Uh-oh.
Counter from Tamina. Whipped into the corner with tremendous force.
Dropped right on their face.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Lynch landing awkward on the outside. Fends it off. Good counter. Well, the hood of the announce table just ripped off here on the monitors as well.
Some bad intentions here, guys. Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Oh, man. Powerful contact by Tamina. She's launched out of the ring. Super kick. Ouch.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
Handstand.
There's no way she can continue on for much longer.
She's really taking a beating tonight. I don't think she's got much left.
A deafening cheer from the WWE Universe is reverberating around us.
Absolutely unreal.
Buster.
What a punch.
Suplex. Very nice. Set out of the ring the hard way.
Oh, he knocked around by the ladder.
Putting that ladder in the exact right position now. Center of the ring. Lynch set ringside.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
Reaching.
So close to victory.
The longer this goes, the more likely we can see a hard crash back to the canvas.
Hooked up. Shin breaker. Well, there she goes. She's choosing to leave the ring now.
Back in the ring.
And Charlotte continues to pick apart the competition.
The Queen is looking for a chance to deliver a knockout blow.
Oh my gosh! And the damage is just going to keep on coming if you can't find the defense for this.
And Tamina pushed into a weakened state now.
It is scratching and clawing time if Tamina wants to stay in this.
She's making the climb to the top rope.
These superstars have toiled away endlessly, and this crowd is on their feet in full appreciation.
An incredible...
The bold Natalya doing what she does best.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Up there in this moment, this ladder match. That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
This has to feel so validating for Tamina. She came in tonight with her family in mind, and they must be proud of her now.
Tamina has a legacy to live up to, and becoming the first ever Ms. Money in the Bank only honors the rich family name.
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time Tag Team Champions?
The following is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E,
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jimmy, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
The pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens. One of these teams is going to have to work in unison from bell to bell if they want those tag team titles.
The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
Inside cradle. Oh, look at this small package. Bam.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Look at this. Oh, nice. Straight into the pin. The champion with his shoulder up before 2.
I didn't think this match was close to over. Watch the quickness on this. Whipped over in a snap suplex.
Big E's focus perhaps being tested there.
Jimmy took plenty of pride in dishing out that pain.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the bootios and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
Brutal impact into the corner.
The champ is looking slightly rattled out.
Yes, the Usos showing just how no-nonsense they can be. Stunts.
So many amazing matches between
teams. Well, these two teams are these proverbial super teams in WWE.
Taking this fight back into the ring. These attacks are clearly adding up on the champion.
There is no comfort, no.
Inside cradle applied, shoulders down.
He forces a break before the count of two.
So resilient.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of the elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood. Big forearm. Cover. New champ incoming.
Gets there. Teammate makes the save. Up and around.
Tilt-a-whirl slam.
Sent flying out of the ring here. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Kick right to the gut. Under the ropes and back into the ring. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
Oh, man. Kick to the face. Manages to slip out of the way.
No, nothing fancy here.
Tasting victory.
Backed up.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the 2 best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are 2 very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Lands the elbow. Shoulders down. Championship on the line. And he kicks out of the pin and 1.
Wow. I thought for sure that was it.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
Jimmy tied that one. Kick.
Oh, nicely done.
A lot of damage being piled on the champ.
Looks like the gas tank is running past E now.
Down with a suplex.
Oh. He quickly gets out of dodge.
He gets sent straight down to the floor. Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
Settling on the kendo stick. No good can come from this.
He quickly slides into the ring.
This one's heading to the outside. He grabbed the chair. Now would be a good time to run. Ooh.
Lots of damage under the challenger now.
The effects of the cell come to everyone. You can only stay safe for so long. Steel chair to the temple. Oh.
What a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Man, what an uppercut.
What grace. Float over the DDT.
Another attack to the head and looking a little dazed. Oh, man. I have a feeling the Usos' objective was to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, 2 teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
And he re-enters into the ring. Xavier Woods, wheelbarrow face buster. And there goes Jimmy Uso, sent to the outside hard. Oh, that can rock you.
Big overhand.
Big E responds.
Woods Roman's absolutely not backing down.
Uppercut connects.
Oh, strong impact. Great job anticipating Jimmy.
These two have learned each other so well.
He's able to counter that. Oh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly. Got it cinched in. This could be it.
Oh, that uppercut right off the tooth.
Could be game over for the Usos. Has it hooked in, and there's a small package driver. The New Day might be on the verge of retaining.
The New Day retain the title.
Here are your winners, and still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this.
On the top.
Oh, he paid for that. High risk.
Jimmy laying down the gauntlet for his opponent.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match where the pinfall and submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no
Going takedown. Gonna stack that up here. Look
Shoulders
at
pinned. Early cover for the title. Jeez. The champ with the cover. Forces the shoulder up.
Very soon to be going for a pinfall.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE. And he now slides back into the ring.
Ooh, a vicious shot right to the dome.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
He avoids the contact.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
The champ is going for the cover.
Making the save there.
Catapulting down on the opponent.
Destructive use of the knee. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. The challenger taking some minor damage.
Yeah, the New Day building up that quicker pace there.
Ooh, he fends that off. Oh, jarring uppercut. Returning back to the ring.
Whack! This is turning into Swanson Street.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
Strong suplex. New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
The champion on the receiving end of some serious offense.
Yeah, that ruthless side of Jimmy just absolutely took over there.
Elbow drop. Oh, that hurt right in the kidney. Golly. And nothing magical coming from the New Day there.
Yeah, the Usos not looking thrown off in the least.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. Float over.
DDT.
Check your face after that one. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. The Usos following the footsteps, and then inside cradle. Oh, that small package! Champ is starting to suffer.
Hell in a Cell isn't just about trying to win the match, it's about struggling to survive.
Float over. Into a DDT. No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Jimmy Uso just trying to humiliate his opponent now.
Woods gets him back.
Caught square by the haymaker.
He catches Woods with a counter and slides back into the ring.
Great display of strength with the suplex.
Springboard, but nobody home.
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good.
Hooked up.
The New Day might be on the verge of retaining. How?
Shoulders are down. To retain. Kick out after one from the challenger.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Just breaking down the opponent. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. The champion taking a task here.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now.
Oh! Just cranking the head. And his head was once again the target. Time for him to defend against that.
Oh, chair shot delivered.
Attacks on their own, but now the damage is exponentially multiplied.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy for themselves.
An unprotected shot to the head. Those can add up.
He can cover. We can have a new champ here. And a kick out at 2.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex.
The beginning of the end.
Oh, God. And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Yeah, credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo.